David Cedars, second in the points, finished 7th in that race. So Walton's starting to stretch out that championship lead, but those two guys on screen are going to have to start from row number 5 in this race. And it's Jeremy Gray alongside Elliot Barber making a very interesting front row.
So they draw the number out of the hat to work out where they're going to reverse the grid. But Jeremy Gray on pole position, Elliot Barber up the front there, Jared McLeod at the front as well. So George Mdeki, we saw him battle his way through, managed to get a good result to stay in 11th place. So then you got Kim Jane and Craig Dontis on the 7th row of the grid. Down to Ryan Hansford. There he is, recovered to be on the 12th row of the grid next to Stephen Wilson. And I can tell you, this is going to be a real battle, this one, because it's David Cedars who's up in front of Chris Walton, and those are the guys battling for the championship.
Speaking of the championship battle, McNally's pulled over on the warm-up lap. He's not on the grid. We've got a spare spot on that 4th row, so drama before the lights even go out, and away we go. Good start, Jeremy Gray. He's going to hold on to that lead. And Jared McLeod, a good start. He's going to be up the inside of the approach of turn 1, bending mirrors, and he's moved up to 2nd. Barber gets slotted back a spot. Cedars into 4th. Needs to make the most of this first lap right now.
So can we get through here cleanly? Everyone's settled down a little bit. A little bit of contact with these guys, but it was definitely Jeremy Gray got the jump, didn't he? Elliot Barber caught napping a little bit. It was Jared McLeod that run up the inside. There's Chris Walton. There's the fast guys. Roll Harris trying to find a way through.
Great start for Gray. Oh, we've got one around at the very back. It's Matt Nolan. He'll just nudge the fence.
He's had a shocker this weekend. They had a fairly big crash on Friday afternoon, and they did a great job to rebuild that car. But there he is. He hasn't made it through lap 1. Down the inside.
Oh,
this will be big.
Move at turn 6 and contact. And McLeod goes off into the grass at such a fast part of the corner as well. And he manages to bring it back on. Can he get it stopped down there at Dandenong Road? That will be the issue. Oh, Harris, nice move on the GoPro. Oh, no, McLeod's gone off as a result. Has he got damage? Or was that just a matter of overcooking it?
Probably a little bit hot, bit of grass on the tyres, got down the road, she didn't turn straight ahead. So he's dropped back down through the field, which is a bit of a disappointment. Big move over the top, bit of contact. Look at him using the curbs. There's Ryan Hansford there. He's now carving his way through quite cleanly, which is great to see.
Gee, that was a really late move, that one, at turn 6 from Elliot Barber. It's left him in 2nd, but your race leader is Gray, and he's got a very handy lead right now. Cedars in 3rd, which is important for the championship, and Harris on a charge, winner of race 1, up the inside of Fisher, pinches the left front, and Fisher will get slightly out over the curb. I thought he was going to go right off, and Dixon did a good job to pick up a spot there as well. Advantageous from the Heyman Reese Ute.
So Harris, he's quite early and aggressive. He's making moves, he's making his way through the field. You can see there Fisher just got caught a little bit high and dry, which gave Jesse Dixon that opportunity. It's so important in these cars not to overstretch the contact patch on that tyre. Once you go past that limit of grip, you've just got to wait forever, and that's where it gives the opportunity to a passing car to get through.
Just Car Insurance Ute, it's Elliot Barber. He needs to just lower his eyes, hit his markers. Does he worry about the guy behind him being in the championship hunt, or does he worry about the leader, which he needs to catch? And we'll see Cedars try and make a move through at 9. And a bit of a look.
Oh, deep. Cedars is pushing hard. For now, Cedars, he wants to try and win this race. That's what he wants to try and do, is put as many people as he can between him and Chris Walton. But Elliot Barber, he hasn't won a race in the Ute Series yet, and I can tell you, if you're that close, you're going to want to win it.
Well, Walton had a bit of a look down there at 11 on Andrew Fisher, but decided not to do it. It's a bit more restraint than we're used to seeing from him, actually, and they've got Marjoram following behind. Oh, Walton, good run out of 12 and 13. He should be up the inside. The Auto 1 Ute following him. Adam Marjoram's had a shocking day already. He got T-boned on the street on the way in by an unlicensed driver. He's feeling very sore today right now, and hopefully his racing's a bit cleaner than what it was on the street as we ride on board with Fisher. Great stuff. Close quarters. Walton, championship leader, and he just slops up the inside at turn 1 and gets that move made.
Absolute drag race down the front straight here. But why not use everything that's available, including the green? Dontis out in the dirt, Marjoram out in the dirt, Kim Jane sitting back waiting for something to happen. It's always nervous in these reverse grid races in the Ute Series.
Dontis, Miedeke and Jane all fighting away. They all won races here back in 2009, and they've got McLeod in behind them, who's trying to make good that poor start as Spud Wood just runs wide down there at turn 4. He's had a busy time appearing at a few Battery World stores in Melbourne. Can pick up the battle for the lead again. It's still Jeremy Gray out there. The nice lead from a pack of very experienced drivers coming through. Cedars in that Creative Sign Works Ute, closing up behind Elliot Barber, looking for that first race win. Preddy's in there, Walton's in there. All the heavy hitters are chasing down Jeremy Gray at the front of the field. A short break. It's the reverse grid race here at Sandown. The V8 Utes, fueled by Hog's Breath Cafe. Welcome back to Sandown, where we have a ripper race at the moment. It's the reverse grid race, and the battle at the front's really heating up. You're riding on board with Elliot Barber. He's 2nd at the moment, and he's got Cedars 2nd to the championship. really filling those mirrors, and they're all hunting down Jeremy Gray, who's currently leading this race. Only a third of the way through it. Plenty of time to figure all this out.
I was just going to say, Cedars there, he's made it not a very nice gear change. He's put Roll Harris in a position to get up the inside. These guys are battling. Cedars went from being the attacker to being attacked, and now he's very busy with Roll Harris trying to find a way on the outside. He's not going to do it there.
Wow, Ryle, I thought he was going to go right around the outside and hang tough, but Cedars was later on the brakes down to turn 2. Harris has so much speed in that Matt Stone racing ute this weekend. He's made that shift over. It's the same ute that he was racing with the all-purpose pest control colours recently at Big Gun, but he's made that move over with that ute, refreshed it. They've been, just about every car's had a bit of a refresh or test session in the 2 months that we've had off, and now he's going to have a look at 6.
You can see him just filling the mirrors of David Cedars. He's come across the top of the hill there, right behind him. I can feel him having a bit of a go here somewhere.
The IXL ute, the race leader right now, Jeremy Gray. He'll be a nervous man because he'll know the talent that he's got behind him. He'll be hoping that battle for second heats up, try and give him a little bit of respite. But it's not really working that way at the moment. Oh, Barber was loose there through 11.
Sideways action. It's close, isn't it? There's Chris Walton, who's now chasing down Nathan Pretty. We know their history from last year, but it's Chris Walton that's has been, pole man. He's got the pace, just trying to find a way through this field. And it was Royal Harris that started next to him on the grid. So when you look at the gap, and there's Royal Harris actually now at the inside of Cedars. So he's got that run onto the straight, and he's going to take advantage of that.
Now Cedars will have to yield that spot. He'll fall back to 4th, and that's frustrating because he needs to make the most of this race. Cam Wilson up the inside of Jared McLeod, and gee, this race going from bad to worse for Jared. They're in there behind Mediki, who's actually suffering some engine dramas this weekend. A bit of a lack of power out of his ute, the iSeek Warren Millett own ute. As we go bouncing away through turn 2. There's Ryan Hansford. He's actually made up a few spots here, and he looks to make up another one at 3 and 4. He's got Phil Woodbury in front of him. Woodbury off the back of a Dunlop Series debut, and McLeod lights the rear tyres, and that's going to really ruin his exit speed.
That's really hurt him there, hasn't it? When it's so critical here to get a run to the straight, he's made that slight mistake, and it's given Woodbury the chance. Ryan Hansford, which way do I go? To the outside? No, not the inside. I don't know where to go.
Got to be really brave when you go over the top.
Oh
no, Cedars sideways. Dixon in there as well. The fuel flap comes open. Pretty gets both of them as a result. And Walton's going to go side by side. The 2 championship leaders, 1st and 2nd in the points. Hard on the brakes down towards turn 11. Walton, if he can hang on the outside, he'll have the inside at 12. He can't. Good racing there for a moment. And Nathan Pretty was the man who picked up a few when they all went bashing into each other.
They're all sideways there. You can see Harris, he's got it a little bit hot. Cedars followed him just for the fun of it, and then Jesse Dixon didn't know what to do.
There's a bit of stacks on there, and keeping the GoPro ute out of drama was Pretty. Here we go once more. They all just kind of locked up. There was no real contact made.
At all. Until there.
Until the very exit of the corner. And Walton has showed some great restraint so far this week, and he's really matured as a driver so far this year. We saw him with a few risky moves last year. He was in trouble every now and then with the stewards and other drivers. Oh, there goes Sam Barry again.
Sure this isn't race 1?
Turn 1 has not been his friend this weekend, Bugs. He's managed to keep it going, though, so no safety car, although there's a fair bit of damage in the left front of that ute. We're halfway home. Can Jeremy Gray hold on? He has won reverse grid races before, but the guy in second is yet to win his race, his first race in the utes. Could today be the day for Elliot Barber as Gray locks the left front?
So that's the pressure of leading the race. It comes down to the fact that you set your tyre pressures to get the car to be strong at the start or strong at the end. Now Gray's under pressure and made that little mistake. Andrew Fisher now, all over the back of Jesse Dixon. Can he find a way through? Although we've got the safety car boards are out, are they? Yes, they are. So we've got the safety car for Bazadzik in turn 1.
Western General Bodyworks ute is parked in the sand, and that's all the way up. Look at the rear rotor. That's gone in deep. The man who's actually been driving a Ferrari to the track this weekend as his personal drive car, which I think's fairly handy. But unfortunately, his race is just about done because he's probably going to lose a lap here. Well, he'll definitely lose a lap as the Pettis SRT safety car comes out. Let's see if we can unwind one. Oh, he's been absolutely nailed by Sam Barry. That would explain the damage to Barry's car. Lucky not to cop another one as he went flying around the back of that tray.
You see him in the background there. He's gone in deep. Now, Barry did that in the first race as well. Overshot the braking into the back of Bazadzik, and look at Barry out. He's got it lit out the back there, so...
He's not afraid to keep it pinned when he's got the back to the wall, is he, Sam Barry?
That is dead set, sliding sideways through the sandpit, but it's Bazadzik that's stuck in the sandpit.
How cool is this? Breaking it down, slow-mo style, with the gravel flying through the air. There's a bit of a bump at the end of this gravel trap, which Sam is about to go launching himself off. Picks those fronts up very wild stuff. Race 2 of the Utes. This is the kind of action we've come to expect. We're going to finish this one off on the other side of the break. Can Jeremy Gray hang on? Welcome back to Sandown. It's the V8 Utes. It's all fueled by Hog's Breath Cafe, celebrating 25 years of frying up steaks. And the safety car is about to come back in, and this is going to get absolutely exciting because it's Jeremy Gray from Elliott Barber and then everyone else, tailgate to bumper.
Well, the rule says 5 car lengths behind. That is 5 centimetres, and we're off racing. So the green flag's away, and it's Jeremy Gray who's trying to get the jump. Elliott Barber, let's just see, he has got a bad jump as well. But there's Royal Harris. He'll want to win this one.
Unsurprisingly, Gray sticks that ute over to the left-hand side. That is taking a very defensive line down towards turn 1. Dixon was floating all over the back of Walton's ute, and we've got contact, and off goes Gray. Your leader's off in the dirt. Is he going to hang on to it? Yes. But Barber is going to be on the inside as the pest goes all the way around the outside. Contact, and off goes the West End Mazda ute of Royal Harris. He'll slot back into third, and somehow, for now, Jeremy Gray holds on to the lead of the race.
And we saved it all that one, didn't we? We managed to make it through that restart. It's pressure everywhere up and down the field. Chris Walton there putting some pressure on Cedars in that first corner as well. But with Royal Harris going through the shortcut area, he's cutting behind Elliott Barber, who's now got the run up the inside. He's going to have a look. Oh, this is brave stuff over the top of the hill.
Oh, fantastic move. And Gray runs out of the marbles, just collects that car back up. It'll cost him second as well. And Harris locks those fronts up. He could flat spot those tyres by doing that, but he'll take second position away. Elliott Barber with some brave driving through turn 6. It didn't work on Jared McLeod earlier, but it did work this time, nice and clean on the IXL ute. And he is the new race leader. Preddy now is all over the back of Jeremy Gray. And it was always going to be a tough battle for him to hang on to the lead after that restart.
Absolutely, and Elliott Barber got the great run. That is a big move up over the top of the hill. You can see right through there, Chris Walton and David Cedars are side by side again in this battle for 5th and 6th place. So, you know, obviously Nathan Preddy, he's doing a great job to hang on to 4th, but look at Cedars now defending down to turn 1. Royal Harris locked up again.
Those tyres are going to be hurting for Harris. Barber runs it wide, but he should be okay to sit it over to the inside line. And, how about that? Jeremy Gray out of nowhere steals second spot. Preddy's off as well. He's going to go barreling through the grass. He'll slot back into 4th, just. That is tight stuff. All battling for podium positions. And this is really exciting with only a handful of laps to go. Gray has popped back into 2nd. And Harris with potentially hurt front tyres. This is going to be interesting.
Royal Harris must have missed a gear or something there because he looked like it wasn't too bad. But all of a sudden, Gray's back up the outside. And Nathan Preddy had to take avoiding action and through the grass, through the jump in the grass. But look at Elliott Barber now. He's got some clear road in front of him. He's never won one of these ute races before. Gray has a look up the inside.
This is great racing. One of the best races we've seen all season long out of the ute. It's been an exciting season, but this is killer stuff. It's Holden versus Ford at the front of the field. Holden have won a couple of these reverse grid races so far this year, still to claim a pole position or a race 1 win. Or a round win so far this year. It's been Ford country, Blue Oval land so far in the Utes as we can settle it down for just a second, but there'll be a couple laps remaining. And battles going all the way through, and Cedars contact there with Walton. Dangerous time, dangerous place to be rubbing panels, and the 2 championship leaders are having at it.
So they've gone side by side. Chris Walton got a little advantage there, but he's actually pulled back a little bit, so he's let Cedars back in front again. You can see these guys. Cedars has got the car sideways. This is a fantastic battle in the last lap. They don't want to get this wrong. The points are important, but being in front's important as well.
And the front 4 cars are all over each other as we approach the back straight for the last time now. They've called that. This will be the final lap. Gray's exit was slow, and it gives Barber some breathing room, and Jero's just going to sit that car onto the left-hand side of the road to make sure that nobody goes pulling the same move he's learnt from the move that Elliott Barber pulled on him a few laps ago.
Positioning the car in the best position. Harris now, he's trying to find a way past Gray, but it's Barber that's pulled that 2 car lengths. If he doesn't make any mistakes in the background.
That is wild. I thought they were going for the tyres. How did they both hang on to that? That was crazy stuff as everyone barrels on down to Dandenong Road for the final time. Where do you look? This has been crazy stuff. The reverse grid race has come to life after that safety car. Barber's going to win it. The Just Car Insurance ute is going to break through. His first win in the V8 Utes. He's done well to claim this one. And Jeremy Gray's just got to hang on to 2nd. But congratulations, Elliott Barber, with a couple of very brave moves at turn 6. And yes, Cedars will hold on for that spot. So a couple of points, which he desperately needs back. Good driving, Ryan Hansford. to come flying through the field, but we need to take a breath at the end of that one. That was fantastic stuff. That means we've got 5 different winners out of 5 reverse grid races so far this year. Barber finally breaks through for his first career win. He's down there with Kylie right now.
Elliot, you were one of the fast rookies last year in this category. You finally claimed that win. You certainly had the pace.
Yeah, it was good to finally get the monkey off the back and at my home circuit. Got lots of family here, so reverse grid race, but it was still a tough one. It's probably one of the toughest races I've had this year, so I'll take it.
The good news is we've got one more race to go here at Sandown. It's coming up after this.